Hey everyone, thanks for learning to play games. My name is Lance, and in today's video I'll be playing through and teaching you some of the new rules for one of the newer expansions for Legendary Marvel, which is Black Widow from Upper Deck. So with this expansion, just like with a lot of the expansions, this one's going to come with 100 new cards. You'll have 5 new heroes in this expansion, along with a couple new masterminds, some new schemes to test your abilities on, as well as some new villain groups. And with this one, like with all the other ones, you can't play it by itself, but you can add it in with other things. So I took the core game and added some of the other stuff from that into this one. So with this, I'm playing with 3 players, so I needed to add one more villain group. So I chose to add the villain radiation group, and then I chose a henchman group. From there, I'm going to go against Taskmaster, and he is a nasty mastermind that has some really interesting rules that can really make the henchmen nasty depending upon when the master twists come out. On top of that, with my scheme that I chose with this one, I'm going to be going up against the trained Black Widows in the Red Room. So this one has me add 8 twists and then subtract 1 for each hero. So I had 5 that are added in there. And it's going to add officers to the villain deck. And then each one in time one of those comes out, it's going to have a ability or 3 attack, as well as it is going to have dark memories, which is one of the new rules that I'm going to go over, depending upon if you have other expansions. And then with the twists, when they come out, you're going to add one of these guys to the row, as well as you'll have to draw another card. So it's going to really cause the villains to fly through the city and end up in the escape villain deck. And if 9 villains escape, the game is over and the players have lost. My trial game went horribly wrong and it was over very, very quickly. So we'll see what happens with this one. As always, if you find my videos helpful, if you like what I do, please consider hitting that like button and subscribe to my channel. It's one of the easiest ways you can support channels like mine so we can continue to grow, be able to produce this content. If you want to stay up to date on all my videos, also consider ringing that bell so you get notifications whenever I release new videos, as I'm constantly adding new playthroughs, unboxings, teaching videos, Kickstarter coverage, and all kinds of other stuff. So if you want to stay up to date, hit that bell. Otherwise, let's go ahead and head to the table and we'll see how this one plays. Alright, so before getting into the playthrough, the last thing I wanted to go over are some of the new rules for those of you that are just interested in how those work. And then we'll go ahead and get into the playthrough. So there are 3 main new rules to go over. And again, some of these will show up in other expansions, so depending upon if you have some of those, you may be familiar with these or not. So the first one is undercover. So in this expansion, obviously with Black Widow and that, she has disguises, and there are going to be rules for that. So with this, anytime you have an agent that goes undercover, you're going to place that agent in your victory pile. At the end of the game, each agent in there is going to be worth 1 victory point. And then there will be other cards that you'll have that you'll be able to play, or other things that will trigger and allow you to unleash your agents. What that means is that you can take an agent from your victory pile and add it directly into your hand, and that'll allow you to play that agent for its benefits at that point. So depending upon when that happens, that can really be a game changer. It can really make things interesting. On top of that, there are cards that will allow you to place agents undercover, and that's another good way of getting cards out of your hand that you may not want, such as your starting shield agents and stuff like that. The next new rule is the dark memories. So there's going to be a number of both hero and villains that use dark memories. What that means is they are going to get a number of additional strikes based on your discard pile and the different classes that are in there. Each class only counts for 1, so no matter how many cards of that class you have in there, that is all you're going to get. So for example, if we had these 2 cards in there, each one of these would count as a gray and a gold class. So that would give us +2 to dark memories for whether it's a card of ours or a card of the enemies. With other cards, for example, if I had this one in here, that would provide me with 1 as well, as that is a blue card, and so that would add 1. So there's going to be anywhere from a 0 all the way up to a +5, depending upon how many different colored cards you have in your discard pile. And again, shield agents do not count as a class on their own, so they are not going to add any bonuses to this. In this way, manipulating your discard pile can help you both by discarding cards into there to boost up your dark memories, or potentially getting rid of your discard pile at the right time to decrease the power of your enemies or villains that are out there. The next one that we have is dodge. So these cards are going to have the keyword dodge and will allow you to discard them to your discard pile without activating them, and then that allows you to immediately draw another card. So in this way, if you draw cards that aren't going to be helpful for you this turn, you are able to discard them and draw new cards. On top of that, that's another way that you can help with the dark memory cards, as you can discard those cards into your discard pile and then benefit from them right away in that regard. But you won't be able to use any of the other features on that card unless it specifically says otherwise. The final thing are, as you can see here, some of the different cards are double cards. With these cards, anytime you play one of them, you'll choose one of those sides to activate and carry out all the things on that side, where the other side will simply count as nothing for that play. So from there, let's go ahead and get into the game. So again, first thing we have to go over is Taskmaster. So he is going to bump up your henchmen. So with him, the henchmen get a +1 strike for each henchman training stacked here. During your turn, the Taskmaster gets a number of strikes equal to the highest cost hero you played this turn. So if you play high-powered heroes, he's going to be a lot harder to hit as well. As you saw, he's only a +5. You're like, oh, he's easy. Nope, nope, nope. He's going to be bumped up regardless, at least one or more every time you hit him. And then always leads, he's going to lead his Thunderbolts, and then the Master Strikes are going to stack next to this, and they are going to count as the Henchman training. So the more Master Strikes that are out, the harder the henchmen are, the more difficult they're going to be. So if you get these out early, we're in big trouble, and that's what happened to me during my initial playthrough of this. All right, so other than that, we're ready to begin, and let's go ahead and dive into it. So starting with our first player here, let's go ahead and reveal, and we have an agent. So anytime the agents are out, they're going to count as 3 strikes, and they also have dark memory. So right now she's only a 3, but if we start getting colored cards in there, that's going to bump them up. All right, moving into my first player's turn, I have 3 strikes. Fantastic. That's really great. All right, so I'm going to spend those and defeat her. Now, anytime one of the officers is defeated, you get to add them to your area. So gain this officer without dark memories or send it undercover. So I can choose to send it undercover if I want to, or I can gain it. I'm going to go ahead and gain it as it is early in the game, and gaining extra points is going to be beneficial to me. All right, and then I have 3 buying power. So I'm going to go ahead and buy this one here, and that will finish off my turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this already started out way better than my first game. I didn't defeat my first villain until I had 8 villains escaped. So definitely much better. All right, so now we have a henchman. So henchmen are right now are 3 until we start getting training out there. Wow, 2 nice shuffles here. So I have 3 more strikes. So I get to take out the henchman there. And I can KO one of my heroes, so I'm going to go ahead and drop one of my purchasing people. And right now, nobody is low enough for that cost, so I will not be able to purchase anything. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we're on to the next one. All right, so Taskmaster picks up a bystander, and let's see what we got here. I have 4 and 2. All right, so 2 strikes go away and 4 buying power. I think I'm going to pick up this one here to help with some damage. All right, let's reveal a new one and 3 new cards. All right, back over to first player, revealing a card. We have another officer. All right, so I have 5 buying power and 1 strike this time, so the strike isn't going to do me any good. And I think I'm going to pick up that one there. All right, I'll shuffle these up. And then we'll move on to the next player. All right, so let's see what we get here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, over my player here, we have another henchman. This time I only have the 1 strike and 5 buying power. Let's see here. I'm going to go ahead and pick up, what did I purchase already? I haven't purchased anything yet with this guy. So I guess I'll buy that for 4. Ooh, there's the big one. All right. So at least I bought myself a few turns. So I was able to take out a couple people. All right, moving on over. Reveal a new card. Bystander. So that sentry has a bystander. Sentinel. All right, so we have 2 strikes and 4 buying power. And I think I'll take one of these. That's pretty much all I can do at the moment. All right, let's go one more group of rounds, and then I think I'll take a few turns off camera. So, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Moving back over to player number 1. Reveal a card. So we have the Gesture Ambush. Gesture captures a bystander. All right, that'll move them over. Okay. And I have 3 strikes. And 4 buying power. So I think I'm going to go ahead and do the 3 strikes on the Sentinel, and he allows me to KO a character, so I'll go ahead and do that one. I rescue the bystander, so he'll go into my victory pile. And I do have 3 buying power, so I think I'll pick up that. Give myself a little bit more purchasing power. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now we'll move over. Ooh, so Black Lotus. Ambush. Each player discards a card that costs 0. All right. Let's see, what do I got here? I got 5 and 3, so I'll go ahead and drop one of them. I'm going to be more striking than buying, so I'll drop one of them. And over my last character, he's kind of in between. So I'll go ahead and drop one of them. All right. So that was that, and now it's into my turn. So I do have 2 buying, and then I have a choice. I can either play this side for 2 or that side for 2, and I don't have anything else to trigger any of the abilities, so it doesn't really matter. It's worth 2 strikes, and I have 2 additional strikes for a total of 4. I don't have anything in my discard pile right now, so the officers are only 3 strikes. So I think I will do that. I'll take out the officer. And I am going to add her straight to my discard pile. I have 2 buying power, which is not enough for anything, so that will finish off that. All right, on to my next player. It's a scheme twist, so it's going to add an officer, so that'll bump this over, and draw another card. All right, so we have an ambush. Play the top card of the villain deck. Well, that is not good at all, because I went from, and then there's a master strike. All right, so now henchmen are going to be 4 each. Well, that went from bad, or went bad real quick here. All right, so I have 3 strikes. I have nothing in my discard, so I guess I'm going to go after that officer at this point. So I'll go ahead and do that with my strikes. And I'm going to go ahead and add her straight over there. And then I I'm going to play it as the golds. Well, it doesn't really matter because I don't have any undercover off characters at this point anyways. So I do have 4 purchasing. And I'm going to go ahead and add this guy. So this guy has, when recruited, you're going to send him undercover. When you recruit another red hero, you may unleash this card from undercover. Okay. So that'll finish that off. And that is that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, so at this point, I think I will take a few turns off camera, and then we'll be back a little bit later in the game to see how our heroes are doing. All right, so moving back into things, we've had some rough go. So moving back into it, we have had a couple of problems. We had a couple of villains escape, so we're down to 7 villains now that if they escape, the game is over. And I've had a couple or another Master Strike come out, so now the henchmen are 5s, so that's also problematic. So let's go ahead and jump back in, and we're over at my first player's turn, and we have the Abomination. So got some nasty enemies out there. All right, let's see what we got here. I have 2 strikes, so not enough for anything there. And then I have 5 buying power. So I think I will pick up this one here. All right, and then we'll replenish. 2, 3. All right. Those guys are problematic because I don't have any green heroes out here. Well, there are a couple, but not many, so I don't know if any of us actually have those. So each one of these guys would do a wound to us, to each hero that cannot reveal a green hero, whether you fight or escape. So that's going to be bad. 1, 2, 3. All right, moving on over. Bystander, so Abomination captures that. I forgot to draw cards. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, so there we go, a green hero. All right, so I got 2 strike, and that one does have Dark Memories, which, does that help me at all? I have a gray and golden gray, so 2, so it will give me +2 strike, which would give me 4. It's close. Well, what I could do, though, is purchase. So I'll spend 3 to pick up this. And that is going to bump up my Dark Memories to 4. So now when I play this, that's going to give me 4 for a tone, and that'll give me 6. And I guess I'm going to take out Abomination. So he'll go to my victory pile, and this will be going to my discard, and that will reset that. And the reason I didn't fight her is because she also got that 4 from my discard pile. So that's the downside to that. And Red Guardian is coming up all over the place. So we'll see what happens. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And on to the next. All right, what do we got here? This is Blue Talon. He has Dark Memories. Ambush. Each player reveals a blue hero or gains a wound. And then you may send a hero from your discard pile undercover. All right. So I don't think we have any blue heroes. Well, there is a couple out there, but that player doesn't have any. I don't have any. And the final player does not have any. over to my turn. I have 4 strikes. And I have 3 dark memories, so definitely not going to have enough to take anybody out. I'm short on, if I had 1 more, I could actually hit Taskmaster. And I have 3 purchasing. So I think I will pick up one of these guys. They go straight to my discard for undercover. So that will take care of that. And I don't have anything else to do, so that'll be that. 2, 3, 4, and that gets shuffled up. Have not been able to purchase any of the big cards yet. Alright, so there's 2 for that. On to my first player. Alright, what do we got here? There's Sentinel. Alright, now they are 5s because of his training. Alright, I have 5 purchasing, only 1 strike, so nothing's going to help me there. And I guess I'll pick up this one here, and that'll go in there. That was short and sweet. All right, over to middle player. All right, so you're out of here. So we each have to reveal a green or we take a wound. Oop. I do not have a green, so wound here. This player, no green. And final player. Everything but green. Alright, so that did not go well. Alright, over to me. I have nothing in my discard right now. So I do have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for strikes. It'd be great to get her out of the way. I would like to get that Sentinel out of the way as well. What does my next player have? I will have enough to take her out. So I think I'm going to take this one out. All right. He KOs one of my heroes, so I'll go ahead and drop that guy. And this all goes to the discard. He actually goes there. All right. On to that player. All right, so we have another one of those out. And I could actually take out Blue Talon as well. I think that might be the better choice. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. He lets me send one of my heroes from your discard pile undercover. I don't have any right now. I just added them in there, so I don't think I can do that just yet. And I have 5 purchasing. I think I will pick up that one. Okay. Those will go away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. On to first player. All right, another Sentinel. What do we got here? All right, I got a fair amount here, so let's see what we can do with this. All right, so I do have dark memories, so does that help me at all? It does not. So I could dodge and draw another card. I do have 2, I have 5 strikes right now. So either way, I could take out one of those. So I think I will do that. So that draws this one. All right, and henchmen are 5. So I think I will take out the henchman. Now, when you fight him, you can KO one of your heroes. So I'm going to go ahead and KO one of those. And then with her ability, she lets me KO a hero as well. So I'll drop one of them. And then I do have basically 3 purchasing, because that'll go away for that one. So I think I'll pick up one of these. He goes into my victory pile. 2, 3, 4. Holding on for now. I need to start hitting Taskmaster though, unfortunately. I gotta get him going here. Alright, 2 more for that. On to middle player. We have Ambush. Play the top card of the villain deck, so another one comes out. So she escapes. One of these guys gets KO'd. Do that one. I'll use slide over. Each player discards a card that costs 0. Right. So I'll discard that one. That one, and that one. All right, back into my turn. I have, when you dodge with this card, you may unleash one of your other heroes from undercover. When you play this card, send it undercover. All right. I do have Dark Memories. I don't think, well, I do have 2 in there. So I think I will do that. I do have purchasing. Spend that to take this one, but that goes undercover right away. Do I have anything else in there at this point? I do, but nothing to unleash undercover agents. All right, so that's going to give me 2, 3, 6 attack. I think I'll take her out. She gives me +3 purchasing, which then I can discard him plus the 3 and pick this one up. Gives me dodge. And then she goes under cover. And that's it. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. And this shit's shuffled up. On to the next. All right, so we have another agent. Okay. All right, I have 2 and basically 2 more. So 4 attack. I do have a fair amount in my discard pile, so I'm not going to be able to do much there. I could take out that guy. So I think that's what I'll do. So spend those to take him out. Then I have 3 purchasing. So I'll pick up that one there. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, over here. And let's see what we got here. Alright, so Iron Maiden. Dark Memories, ambush. Each player must send one of their non-gray heroes undercover. Each player may unleash one of their heroes from undercover. Alright, non-gray heroes. Alright, so that's the only one I have that's not undercover right now, or it's a non-gray hero. Same there. That's not very good. Alright, and that's that. Alright, so over here, I have only one strike at this point, so that's not going to do me any good, and I have 5 purchasing. So I'll pick up that one. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6. On to my middle player. All right, let's see what we got here. So it's another agent. So this guy goes away, and each of my players has to reveal a green hero or take a wound, which is pretty much going to be everybody because we just eliminated all of our non-player cards. He would have had one, unless I just drew one. Nope, I did not. So we have a lot of wounds in our deck already. All right. All right, and then I have 3 buying. I have 2 strikes, so there's no point in worrying about that. All right, that is it for that character. All right, so that is number 4 actually at this point. Or wait, no, that is 5. All right, so that's number 5. So 4 more and we're done. And our whole section is full. Each player discards a non-gray hero, then each player draws a card. All right, so you leave. Oh, I forgot to get rid of a card when that other one escaped. I'll drop that one. And now with this one, I'll go ahead and drop that one as he's getting away. All right, so that puts us up to 6. All right, and then we each have to, each player discards a non-gray hero. And then we draw a card. This guy doesn't have any. Oop, wrong card. And I am out of cards, so this gets shuffled up. And we'll see what happens with that. I've had a solid hand a little while, so hopefully something comes up here. So, this character also doesn't have a non-gray hero, so draws a card and picks up a second wound, so that might just be a dead hand completely. This player does have a non-gray, so we'll discard that one and then draw a new card. All right. Over to this player. What are we going to do here? I have only 1 strike, so I'm definitely not hitting anything this turn, so that's bad news. And I do have 2, 4, 6 purchasing. All right, now I pick up this guy. He also goes undercover. And that is the end of my turn. So back over to first player. Might as well play a couple more turns to see what happens here because this might be game over. That's 6, so 3 more cards and we're all over. All right, so there's another one. So that is 7. I will drop that one there. All these slide over, and that one has a fight effect. All right, so I do have 5 strikes. So at least I'll be able to kill somebody. And I have 3 purchasing, and I have 1, 2 cards for Dark Memories. So I could take out one of the officers as well. but I think I'm going to take her out because she lets me send one of my heroes under cover. We'll go ahead and send one of these guys to start thinning that out a little bit. That is it for that. 1, 2, 3, 4. So at least I bought myself a little bit. Down 2 more cards and I'm all done. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6. Middle player has nothing, so hopefully this is... Alright, he captures a bystander. It's actually a pretty light card, but at this point, I gotta be careful. Actually, I don't even have enough to kill him. I have 2, 3, 4, 5 buying power. I have 2 wounds. I might as well just get rid of the wounds. So that will be that. 1, 2, it's 4. Hopefully, it's another bystander. That'd be great. At this point, if it's a scheme twist, that is game, because that will cause me to draw another card, which will probably push another one off. Yeah. So hopefully not. I had 4, 5, 6. And I forgot to draw with this character. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, moving over. Let's see what we got here. It is a bystander. I got lucky. All right, come on. Something good, something good. And 2 wounds, 5 buying power, and 1 strike. Do I have anything in my discard pile? I have 1 right now. Unfortunately, I'm not getting anything from him. And I don't have a way to unleash cards at this point. Well, I guess I'm going to go ahead and do nothing as well and hope for a little bit more luck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, let's see what happens with player number 1. Scheme twist. So that will add 1 here. That discards that one and pushes these over. And has me reveal another one. It's a Sentinel that will push her off, and that is game. That is 9 characters. Well, that is it. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to put anything together. My characters, I just could not get enough going to keep the city under wraps enough to start hitting the Taskmaster. So he proved too challenging yet again. Well, I was hoping that was going to go a little bit better, and things started off a little bit better, but then they just got out of hand really quick. And with those wound cards coming up where I had to drop both of those players' hands as they had really nothing else to do, that was critical. So a couple other things could have gone a little bit differently. Maybe this would have been a better game as far as me hopefully winning, but I just could not get enough going in order to even start hitting the Taskmaster. Did not do any wounds to him, unfortunately, so he proved quite challenging, and with that particular scheme out there, that caused all kinds of problems as well. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know in the comments down below if you saw anything that I did incorrect, or that you could have potentially pulled off a victory or done things a little bit differently. What are your thoughts as well? And until next time, I'll see you later.